If you take a closer look at Neymar's movements, something becomes obvious very quickly. You'll start to notice something different. He uses the same effective dribbling patterns again and again, especially when pressure is high. These patterns aren't complicated. They're built on timing, balance, and understanding defenders. This isn't about copying Neymar's moves. It's about understanding how he uses space, how he reads defenders, and how he makes decisions before the ball even reaches his feet. When you understand that, you can adapt these ideas to your own body, your own speed, and your own strengths. In this video, we'll break down the core habits behind Neymar's dribbling. The goal is simple. Take what works, remove what doesn't, and use it to build a style that fits you. Neymar doesn't just watch the ball or the defender's feet. He focuses on their weight, how they lean, where they put pressure, how they shift from one foot to another. Every small movement gives him information. For example, if a defender leans slightly forward or plants more weight on one leg, Neymar knows exactly where to go next. He doesn't need to be faster. He makes the defender lose balance. By attacking their center of gravity, he can glide past players who seem quicker than him. This skill comes from hours of watching opponents and learning how people naturally react. He has trained himself to read micro movements, turning hesitation into opportunity. Neymar often pauses for just a tiny moment before he makes his move. It's barely noticeable, but it changes everything. That half second is enough for the defender to commit. They think they know what he will do next, but they are wrong. In that moment, Neymar's already thinking 2 steps ahead. He decides where he will go, how he will move, and what his next touch will be. That small pause creates an advantage bigger than any step over or fancy trick. It forces the defender into mistakes and slows their reaction. The freeze isn't random, it's practiced. He knows exactly when to slow down to make the opponent overcommit. That tiny hesitation often decides whether he beats a defender or not. Every time Neymar touches the ball, he has a plan. He doesn't just dribble for fun or to look flashy. He knows exactly where the ball will go next. Will he pass it, shoot it, or take another touch? This planning makes his dribbles smooth and controlled. Defenders often get tricked because they react to his last touch, not to the plan he already has in his head. It looks effortless, but it's all calculated. Even when he is in tight spaces, Neymar knows exactly which options are available. This is why his dribbles don't look desperate. They are decisions in motion, made before he even touches the ball. Neymar's true secret isn't just his footwork, it's his upper body. He moves his shoulders, tilts his head, and changes where he looks to trick defenders. Feet barely move, but defenders react instantly. Neymar exploits that. While the defender reacts to the fake, he moves the ball in the other direction. This is why Neymar can beat defenders without constantly doing stepovers or flashy tricks. The deception happens above the waist, and the ball quietly slips past. Neymar doesn't always wait for open spaces. He thrives in tight, dangerous areas. Between fullbacks and center backs, just outside the box, or in areas where defenders hesitate. These are the zones that make most players uncomfortable. Defenders aren't sure who should step up, who should cover, and who should drop back. Neymar enters these spaces with confidence. He thrives on confusion. By dribbling in these uncomfortable zones, he forces mistakes. Defenders hesitate, overcommit, or leave gaps. Neymar exploits this to create space for himself or teammates. Neymar often allows defenders to think they have control. He touches the ball lightly, lets them feel confident, and makes them think they can win it. Then, at the perfect moment, he explodes past them. A small touch, a quick turn, and the defender is left behind. This is deliberate. He isn't just waiting for openings, he creates them. By manipulating confidence, he forces defenders to commit, making it easier to exploit them. This trick works because he knows how people react under pressure. One of Neymar's most powerful weapons is his mindset. He moves with confidence. Every touch, every turn, every sprint is made with certainty. He doesn't panic, he doesn't second guess. Defenders sense this confidence. Even a tiny hesitation can make the difference. When Neymar behaves as if he will succeed, it's calm assurance. This mental approach is as important as any skill. It allows him to perform under pressure and make risky moves seem easy. Scientists have studied Neymar's brain using MRI scans. They found unusual activity in areas related to creativity, anticipation, and decision-making under pressure. This explains why he often seems to see the game in slow motion. He doesn't just react, he predicts. Options appear in his mind before defenders move. That's why he looks effortless. What made Neymar capable of all these moves, all these seemingly impossible skills, isn't just talent or fancy training. It's the environment he grew up in and the way he trained from a young age. Playing futsal courts, small-sided street games, and tight spaces forced him to think faster, react quicker, and improvise constantly. In these cramped, high-pressure situations, he couldn't rely on strength or speed alone. He had to observe defenders, anticipate movements, and make split-second decisions. Every touch, every move, every feint came from the need to create space and solve problems instantly. That environment trained his brain to predict, his body to respond with precision, and his mind to stay calm under pressure. It's why he can manipulate defenders' balance, freeze them with tiny pauses, dribble in tight spaces, or read the game like a chessboard. In short, everything Neymar does, his dribbling, feints, anticipation, confidence, and rhythm, comes from playing in situations where quick thinking, creativity, and improvisation were essential. The combination of those experiences shaped not just his skills, but the way he sees and plays the game. Everything else, fancy tricks, body feints, subtle pauses, are just expressions of what he learned in those early, pressure-filled environments. It's not a single drill or secret. It's the total experience of playing under constant pressure, where thinking fast and acting even faster became second nature. If this helped you see Neymar's game differently, make sure to like the video. It really helps the channel. Subscribe if you want more breakdowns like this, where we focus on real match patterns. And let me know in the comments which player you want next, or which part of Neymar's game you want broken down deeper.